Welcome back, everybody. Today's episode is going to be a Diablo episode. I was thinking that I haven't played this character in quite a while, and it's probably true. He's lost quite a bit of damage with, not recent changes, but changes to his kit that took place quite a while ago. And he's just been in a very awkward spot ever since. So, that being said, we're going to try to play the old build, see how it feels these days, and give you an idea of what to do to play Diablo. Today's team comps are going to be Rainer, Diablo, Kerosene, Sylvanas, and Nazio versus Tracer, Gul'dan, Thrall, Muradin, and Lieutenant Morales, the medic. Now, Diablo is your, for all intents and purposes, quintessential dive tank. His kit does not do a whole lot very well beyond that. I'll be honest with you, his kit is just super built to dive. And that's all evidenced in the fact that his combo, his Q, and then his E are, they require each other. So, and when I say that, I mean you can't really use one without follow-up from the other without a very specific purpose for that. But in case you're unaware, Shadow Charge is Diablo's Q. This is going to launch him forward on whoever you click the button on, and if there is terrain behind them, Diablo is going to stun them against the wall for 1 second? Yes, 1 whole second, and deal some additional damage. Goodbye, Thrall and Tracer. It's just so sad to see you go. Our W is going to be a Fire Stomp. This is going to shoot out fire in a fan-like area in front of us. You're going to see the 5 projectiles come out, and then they're going to come back. They are going to heal us for the damage that they do to heroes on the way back. Super cool. It's Diablo's main form of sustain, right? It's very difficult, it is very conditional, and it is very slow, but it works. Our E is going to be Overpower, which is just real simple. Diablo's going to grab someone by the face, he's going to flip them over his back, and going to slam them. And they're going to stun for 0.25 seconds after the flip, and they're just going to sit there, unless you hit them with your Q or an auto attack. Just like so. Diablo's trait is the biggest part of his kit that requires you to be mindful of how you are playing him. Diablo is going to get 0.3% max health for every soul that he has. And that is counted over here in the left-hand corner by this handy little indicator. They go up to 100 souls, and once you hit 100 souls, you have 30% max health. But if you die, you lose all of your souls to come back with a 5-second death timer. So it's pretty good in the late game, but you still have to 69 souls. Nice. You still have to be mindful of how you're using them. You definitely don't want to feed them away because suddenly not having 30% max health is really fucking scary. Are we going to be able to get the Lieutenant Morales? It looks like she's going to get away. Zevo's got too little health to do anything for us from his side, so that's alright. Now, your soul count is all dependent on... Oh, fuck off, Tracer. All dependent on the minions that die around you, and the hero takedowns that you get are going to give you 10 souls. Minions are going to give you a single soul. Minions are infinitely harder to kill than heroes. Just putting it out there now, Diablo has dick all for wave clear, which is really sad because they also took away all of his damage, which is where he was really... that was his niche as a tank. Doing damage was Diablo's thing, why he was so strong for the longest time, and now that all that's gone, he doesn't have much to fall back on, because he's still a dive tank, but he doesn't have the damage that comes with the dive, right? Just, things are difficult these days for Diablo. But we finished our Souls quest. We are now fully stocked up, 30% extra health, ready to die if we need to, and come back immediately 5 seconds later. Now, our talent build is going to be the real focus of this video, because this talent build is is kind of what used to be Diablo. And we've had to shy away from it because of the nerfs to his level 13 talent, Devastating Charge. It used to be Devastating Charge was going to do 15% of a person's max health damage once it was fully stocked and ready to go. You tackle them into a wall, you do 15% of their health instantly. And then once you got to 16 and you took Domination, which is going to reset your Q after you hit an E, and you would go for that stun again and do another 15. You would do 30% of their health as damage instantaneously. And that is why Diablo was so strong as a tank. Pretty busted, honestly. Pretty busted. Tracer going down, really not understanding how the recall works. Just, alright, Morales, you can go. It's fine. I don't need you here anymore. But, without that 30% max health damage, the Blizzard's first try to get rid of that was to just drop it to flat damage. And they did it. And honestly, Diablo couldn't kill tanks anymore. It was really good. It was a really good change. You couldn't just delete tanks with another tank. Smart stuff. But then he could still kill squishies. Tracer in particular gets just fucking shredded by Diablo with all that extra damage. I believe it was 750 damage once the quest was complete. So pretty nasty stuff, let's be honest. But even then they were like, we don't like that he can do this. We want to bring it down a little bit harder. So what they did instead, at level 13 Devastating Charge, they decided to change it to, you have to complete the entire quest now, mind you, for 15 armor reduction for 4 seconds on your Q. So, in essence, what's going to happen is just fuck you, Tracer. You could essentially get negative 30 armor, right? If you have the level 16 talent, if you're in a position where you can hit a person into a wall 2 times, there you go. There's your negative 30 armor. Fine, that seems like a lot. But it still requires your team to do most of the damage. And if you're only in a position to get one of those tackles, then you're just kind of fucked. You get the 15 armor, and then you have to hope that they die. It's not as good as it was. And it definitely feels neuters. I mean, you're gonna dive in on some characters and be like, why the fuck didn't that person die? Why isn't this 2017 when things were good? But anyway, all that being said, since we talked about the nerfs enough, we can actually get into the build itself. Devil's Due is going to be our level 1 talent. This is going to give us stupid amounts of healing from the amount of souls that we collect in the form of healing globes and our healing fountain. So there's going to be a point in this game where I'm going to contemplate going back, and instead I'm just going to hit the well, and you're going to be fucking mystified, I promised you. So our level 4 talent is going to be Souls to the Flame. This is the safest way, and honestly the most efficient way to get souls outside of killing minions and heroes. Probably didn't need to take her out of the APOC. But whatever, she still died. Anyway, Souls to the Flame is also going to increase the healing that our W does on its backward travel path, so it's going to help us sustain a lot harder in fights that are prolonged a little bit, right? The other 2 talents here, obviously, I think this one's going to build them up the fastest. Life Leech is all auto attack dependent, so I'm a little bit hesitant to ever touch something like this. I guess technically it could synergize with this build, but anytime you're auto attacking with Diablo, you're probably getting 2, maybe 3 autos. Maybe 3 at the most. If you're in a very safe position, you've got your full combo and everything's going your way, that's about what you're working with. Oh, here we go. 50 health. Look at the bottom of the list. Right now we have 100 health. This is me thinking, maybe I should go back. And then you know what? Fuck it. Let's see how much we can get with this well. This is 100% of my health bar back because of our level 1 talent, the Devil's Due. That is 6,000 health from 100 because of a healing fountain. And just like that, Thrall's going to get smashed up into that fucking wall because we didn't have to back. It's actually fucking nuts. See if we can get her. I should have. There's collision right there. And what my brain is telling me is that that pile of gold isn't actually terrain she can collide with, which is wrong. It's a wall. And I should have just slammed her into it without thinking, but something just didn't connect and I didn't see wall there. So, my bad for not killing her earlier. She still died, but it's just the Diablo rest showing. Anyway, it also would be nice if Diablo had terrain markers. I helped. I did. I contributed to that kill. Oh boy. Actually, you know what? I think Diablo does have terrain markers. Right? I'm pretty sure he does. Maybe it just doesn't show it in the replay. I don't know. I would have to go back and play him. I cannot recall. It's like one of those red light, green light things, like which light is on the top and which light is on the bottom. Anyway, back to the build. Malevolence is our level 7 talent. This is the cornerstone of this build. This is what you are going to need to deal damage with your auto attacks and continue to deal damage once someone's CC'd. It stores 2 charges and is going to do almost 200 damage. Yeah, almost 200. It does scale, obviously, but almost 200 damage per auto per ability that you've used. So when your combo goes out, 2 abilities immediately, and you are going to charge up. I got rooted, so I couldn't smash her into the wall again. Annoying. I didn't have my overpower there to dump him back into the apocalypse either. Everything turning up unfortunate in that exchange. As far as my mechanical ability, anyway, not necessarily the team fight. We're still crushing the enemy team. But we've got our level 13 quest completed, so now we are doing that negative 15 armor every time somebody goes into a wall. But anyway, Malevolence, right. So if you get 2 autos, on top of like the 100 some odd damage that they do, they're now doing almost 200 on top of that. So if you hit both autos, you're probably doing about 600 damage after you've gotten your combo off. And if you get your full APOC combo on top of that, you're going to get even more because the stun's so long that you can even get your... Jesus fucking Christ, where did Thrall go? Goodbye, Tracer. I mean, as you can see, Malevolence is just where all of Diablo's damage is. That's how you kill squishies. Especially since Devastating Charge is like completely not what it used to be. 16, obviously Domination. We've talked about these 2 talents enough, honestly. I mean, you can make your own decision about them if you feel like it, but that's kind of how they work. At level 20, we're going to pick up Hellgate. Dying Breath is also okay if you're going for a big wombo setup, but it's not a very normal pick, you know? Oh my god, Morales, no! No, you cannot leave me! Nope, we got her. Got her with a little scratch on the way out with those Diablo auto attacks. That's gonna be it for the game. Not even gonna get to level 20 to make the big decision on what I want to pick. I need to get out of here, so. If you're ever in trouble with Diablo, you lift the person over your head first, and then you Q them, because that's gonna dash you further away than walking will. You still got to deal with the person on the other end of the tackle, obviously, but, you know, there's some distance created between other people. There you have it. That's Diablo in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed this game. I know it was a quick one, but still, I think it showcases the best way to really make Diablo work in his current iteration. I don't think this build has lost as much power as people think it does, but it's certainly got some gaps that could be filled out nicer. Maybe 20 armor reduction instead of 15. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Maybe give Life Leech some auto attack speed. Beats me. I'm not a game designer. 21-5. You can tell how well we did. 0 deaths. 0 on our medic as well. I mean, our healer. Again, for everybody who needs it, if you weren't paying attention, Devil's Due, Souls to the Flame, Malevolence, Apocalypse, Devastating Charge, Domination, probably Hellgate. Could also go for the Apocalypse upgrade if you really wanted to. Lord of Terror is also extremely good in heavy frontline comps, or against heavy frontline comps, because it does 10% max health, I think, in a big ass circle, and it gives it all back to Diablo, which is nuts. Freaking nuts, man. But anyway, thanks so much for hanging out. We will be back next week with some more HOTS action, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you play Diablo, if you even play him at all. 51, both of those make me just cringe. Just hyper cringe. But this also, you can tell it's quick match when you see numbers like these on talents like these. Let's just be honest. Just some subtle flame for the quick match players, and that'll do it for me. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time with whatever.